Request others to mute their microphones, please. Hello, Patil.
Thank you.
Bhushan, you can start because most of them are there. Okay. Bhushan, are you there?
Yeah, he is there. You need to unmute him.
Unmute.
Yeah, Bhushan.
Okay, I'll start, sir. Okay.
Yeah, please.
At the same time, we have again huge losses in the meat supply chain as well. Around 20%. That's a huge. Again, same. I won't get into the oil and seed again. 20%. Maharashtra is one of the progressive state again in cereal as well. There are around 30% cereal losses. So that's again a huge number, to be honest. Same as well as fishery, 35%. The number is increasing. The fisheries losses in food supply chain are 35%. That's again a huge number. We have huge losses in post-harvesting supply chain of fruits and vegetable as well. So post-harvesting losses are major. If you think about the Asia, then again there are a lot many losses into the processing, followed by agriculture level. For example, after picking up your fruits or vegetable, they need to be properly treated till it reaches to the consumer. But unfortunately, it doesn't. I mean, the supply chain is very weaker here in India. So we need to take lots and lots of efforts. For example, if you are plucking any mango from the tree, I mean, there are a lot many. I mean, the Maharashtra state is known for its Alfonso production. But if you're plucking any mango from the tree, then there are a lot many parameters at what there could be a lot many parameters according to mango variety. What should be the length of what should be length? What should be particular length? How it should be plugged and how it should be pre-cooled, and again how it should be stored till it reaches to the consumer. I mean, is there any requirement to get into its cold supply chain, or do we need to give any kind of natural or any kind of supply any kind of gases towards this kind of ethylene or other gases are really friendly to enhance the ripening of mangoes. So it is that there are n number of things involved in food supply chain as well, and we definitely need to see how we can supply our fruits or vegetable till the consumers. Again into the roots and tubers as well, there are a lot many we have a lot many challenges in the roots and tubers as well. For example, the carrots, and the n number of which are important fruit. And definitely we can do lot many things if we properly store, or we can bring it, we can prevent its nutrition value getting more deteriorated. So it could be one of the good, if it could be one of the best model. India could be, or Maharashtra could be one of the best model if we could we could stop the post harvesting losses. So again, please respond me for this particular question. So it will shape our whole discussion. What's holding you back from establishing a food processing unit? Please reply in chat box so that it will give more direction to our to the meeting. Okay, it's really heartening that there are lots of entrepreneurs among. Okay, yes, and lots of oldies are following or not. I mean, come on. I mean, there's no, there shouldn't be. If you're old, I mean, come on. KFC started. I mean, KFC is a worldwide, globally known model, and at that, I mean, he started when he was old, maybe after retirement, and that's one of the progressive model. We don't know when and how to start. Okay, definitely we can discuss that here. We don't. Okay, high risk, that's one of the important thing. Yes, at this time everyone is thinking that there is kind of high risk. Awareness and facilities. Okay, we need to again definitely look onto our uh, the facilities, storage conditions, busy in other work, attending to gain knowledge. Okay, okay. So yes, this could be one of the profitable meeting if there's kind of interaction, attending to gain knowledge. So yes, lack of knowledge or availability of commodity. Okay, we have planned for it, and okay, wow, that's great. Someone has planned it. Lack of information, especially the area, location, and support setup to it. Definitely, we can definitely discuss. We definitely can help you in that. Lack of government subsidy information and lack of capital. Yes, lack of capital can be adjusted at, if you have any good idea, then definitely we can think about capital as well. Marketing, yes, marketing is very big challenge because many small scale industries is really not important. Okay, full-time involvement. Of course, if you are establishing any kind of food processing industry, you need to have a kind of involvement at least for 5 to 7 years. That's my experiences. Then not full time, but at least you need to definitely involve. I mean, for bringing anything into I mean, for any profitable business, you need to work on it. Lack of knowledge about the markets and opportunity. Definitely, we can work on it. Okay, again, technical know-how and opportunity. Technical know-how and opportunity. Of course, we do market research and due time. Okay, I believe it's particular time for the pharmaceutical and food processing industry. If you're thinking it's not good time, and I'm pleased. If anyone is saying that like age is a problem or anything, sorry, I'm sorry. I mean, I think KFC is a good model. And technical market, no market near village, a broken supply chain, that could be okay. Then competition with big players, yes, okay. The transport cost, storage, yes, we need to be very cautious. I think, like if you're looking forward to develop any kind of business, then of course the transport costs and storage. For example, we come from very good zone of India where there's abundant production of cereals, and there are a lot many millets that we haven't discovered yet. I mean, there's like we so far we have discovered only perhaps we have discovered, but financially, if you think about the financially viable cereals, we have only discovered the wheat. Then it could be maize as well. I mean, that there's again then we have a lot of jawar in the Maratha region, or the bajra in kind of Vidarbha. We have there again the ragis and everything there again. everyone wants to make easy money. Yes, food processing is for making easy money. Yes, initially you need to take a lot of uh, uh, efforts. Again, cold storage, dearth of infrastructure in rural. Yes, okay. Validity of, okay, innovative idea. We definitely can discuss, if you have any innovative idea, we definitely can discuss in this particular session how to start at small level and marketing and lack of knowledge into it. Okay. I mean, like we have again a different concept in the state of Maharashtra. We in Marathi we say, what do you say, female groups. We have, they are working kandan masala वगैरह करतात. Like we have those groups as well, and they are doing pretty well. I mean, they are not supplying to the only their locality, but they are even supplying to the big chains like big Bazaar. Even in fact, they are in Pune. How a corn packaging, we definitely can discuss on it. Okay, can you please share? Okay, can you please share? Okay, someone wants to okay. Okay, someone wants to focus on education as well. Definitely I can speak on that as well. Even I'm being food technologist, yes, I can speak on education as well, because I had done my education BTech here in India in Marathwada Agriculture University's affiliate college, and I went on to studying in United Kingdom at the University of Reading, the top British university in food technology. And thereafter, I worked here and there, and I joined the government. And now, yes, I'm into the full consultation into project management. So thank you so much, everyone, for opening the ideas. How now we will learn. Now I gotten thinking how we should uh, shape the presentation. Well, before going ahead, again, this is important news. I don't know how many of you have read this news nowadays. Even news is not, newspapers are not available. uh, India's unemployment rate remains over 23% in May. That is reported by Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. And there are a lot many similar reports as well, according with reference to the population. So So who, I mean, who are these people who are getting unemployed? Who is this particular population? We definitely need to discover, because as far as my knowledge, a major population who are going into the major cities, the metropolitan cities, they are basically the sons or relatives of farmers. Nowadays, there was kind of trade before COVID. Like people used to send their lands and send their agriculture pieces, and they used to migrate in the cities. So now this particular trend is going to alter, I assume, because unemployment rate is increasing nowadays. These people who were in cities, they have just turned back to their uh, villages, and I feel more opportunities that agriculture will grow back, and I assume many of them would turn back into the food processing industry as well. Well, if you look at the again, if you think what is how is the current scenario here now, if you think about what is the compound annual growth rate of the sectorial food processing industries. Let's see, like, this is a particular best the research from Euromonitor International. And if you particularly focus on particularly Asia Pacific, then you'll find, like, the the growth rate in beverage industry is around 2.8%. The dairy industry grew up by 4.2%. The poultry industry is, the growth rate is 1.3%. The pulses, grain and cereals that grew by 3%. Fats and oil industry grew by 4.8%. And yes, now if you particularly focus on onto the how shaping the startup industry, then we definitely might discover that the nowadays there are a lot many trends coming into the beverage sector. People are getting into the immunity booster beverages. The turmeric is increasing, the moringa is increasing, other the energy boosting beverages are increasing. The flaxseed beverages coming. Even the big company like Amul was never into they stopped their production. Again they have restarted their production. Even the camel milk, that is also coming. Kind of the beverage industry has been consistently increasing in India. uh, the dairy industry has again boosted. Not these are the figures, but actually the dairy industry has increased because milk is also considered as alternative booster. Now you'll find more and more dairy products in the market. This particular figure shows, but nowadays the milk consumption has increased, and this particular trend shows that yes, we definitely need to concentrate on dairy as one of the good sector, and we definitely need to maintain the supply chain as well, because whole dairy market is about maintaining the supply chain. We don't maintain. For example, if someone curdles milk at their point, their particular place, then a whole batch of few thousand liters of few lakh liters might get curdled. So we need to maintain a kind of supply chain. We need to maintain a kind of temperature in entire supply chain. Again, I would in my last presentation I traced on the what we call the goat milk. Like there's again different kind of concept that you observe in here in India. If you go to the rural India, then you will find a concept that every rich farmer has a cow, not one or many more, and every small farmer has goats or sheep or cattle according to their financial feasibility. That's how why the milk we that the farmers are little that they are more healthy, that the immunity of their the is more. But more than that, India never concentrated on the products of station of that milk. Unfortunately, we use our carols or goats the particular business on cheese making or any kind of milk preparation. So that could be one of the biggest opportunity. Well, poultry could be one of the big business here, because we have ample of herds here in India. The grazing is widely done, particularly in northern part or any kind of green, or if you think about Satara, poultry could be one of the good businesses. I mean, Pune is one of the big hub. Even Ahmednagar is one of the big hub for the poultry here in India, or in so this particularly the poultry business could be very good. And from export point of view, we could be one of the exporter to Asian countries. We get exporters, so there could be lot many opportunities in that section as well. The grains, pulses, cereals, there are a lot many opportunities in millet section, because nowadays there are a lot many opportunities in the millet section as well. The jawar is increasing. The consumption pattern in jawar is increasing because of his fiber content. Again, the rice varieties are increasing. The black rice, we never thought the brown and black rice would be consumed. That is also increasing. Even if you are from the rural background, then perhaps can anyone please tell me where the flax seed are being grown? Does anyone have some knowledge about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bhushan, I have
Yeah,
previously the old times, the grandfather time they used to have the flaxseed harvesting.
Yeah, this is basically it's very huge. The flaxseed market is growing nowadays because we never considered it was just the flaxseed was till this time was considered as an alternative commodity. It was never considered as main commodity. It was considered as alternative commodity. So now we definitely need to open our eyes and we definitely look on to various other sectors as well. For example, uh, I mean, I in my uh, flaxseed, sir, FLAX, flaxseed. Yes, Girish, sir. Again, we again need to concentrate on one of the main for digestion, good for bowel movements, and the neem is the leaves of neems are really considered good, and you'll find us all these trees across Maharashtra. And I was recently checking the website, and Amazon or like many other websites, how they are into this kind of selling this produce. So it's just 100 grams for 100 rupees, and we really need to grab those opportunities. If we get those neem leaves into neem powders, opportunities one of the big about 5 years back. But yes, there are a lot many opportunities in Moringa as well. I mean that has turned from few hundred to rupees a kg. So this is something, a kind of traditional scenario that we have seen. uh, yes, even I discussed this as well, but like the consumption of snack is increasing nowadays. The young population is increasing across India, so the snack industry is increasing. There have been many, the many trends are getting into the snack industry as well. The So can you please tell me how much time is how many minutes I have now? Hello.
Yeah, it's more than 15 minutes.
More than 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 one more than 15 minutes. Yeah,
1 5. These are
yeah,
symptoms of population. Thank you. So again, the population is increasing here. So the breakfast cereal consumption is increasing. The natural juices are increasing. So many juices are coming. Even we never concentrated the zambur and all these kind of drinks. Like these kind of drinks are increasing for like these kind of concepts are increasing. On the leaves powder is sold. Not even leaves. The like the seeds are being again they're converted into powder format, and again they are used. So that could be one of the industry. The confectionery industry has this own shape. The confectionery industry is not limited to the chocolates, but more than that, laddus and mithais, they are coming into online market as well. So this also could be very important market here for India and across globe, because everyone is looking forward to have a kind of trustworthy food, ready to ready meals. Yes, ready meals are increasing nowadays. Everyone is looking, ketchups or the meals. So the meals are increasing nowadays. Everyone want to have their compact meals. So the meals are increasing. The four meals are increasing. the bakery is the bakery sector is always have been growing. I mean, we just get back to the, I mean, we now also after COVID, just people just buying local bakeries. The local bakeries, I mean, the market is increasing. Even we have seen those. I mean, I have seen those the kind of consumption of the bakery items in from the bakery. And one more the good trend that I have recently observed from the COVID market, the people are or any kind of cereal flour from the pack in the pack format. Previously, we used to go to the Guinness to buy our flours, to the any kind of local person. We used to buy our cereals and we used to go to the Guinness. But now we are just going to the you know we are just getting those things from the market itself. So there is a lot of there are a lot many there are a lot many there are a lot many opportunities in this particular sector. The ingredient sector is very booming market at this moment. The ingredient means there are a lot many flavors, there are a lot many colors. For example, you could extract lot of oils from different kind of we are fortunate to be in good country, and we hold back ourselves to the spice market. So we have varieties of elaichis to lavang to like tej patta to suryaful, kardiful, lagadful. I mean, there are n number of varieties spices that we have. So that could be formulated into any kind of spice, and that could be sold to any kind of snack industries. And that could be potential market of all the industries that you could see on the screen. Your ingredients could go to the snack industry in seasoning format. Your ingredients could go to the chemical industry in seasoning format. Your ingredients could you could be potentially sold to the food industry. So the ingredient industry is one of the concentrated industry. So yes, there could be a lot many opportunities in this particular sector. So how food processing startup is particularly divided. So what exactly is startup? Startup invest. Never bought any. I could see in the market. Apples are being packed. Sitafar. I mean, we never sitafar is being packed. I mean, I have seen in the market as well. The bananas are being packed. I mean, they are just into the any kind of packing. So packaging is also very good industry nowadays. People are buying. I mean, everyone want untouched food. So the packaging industry is very big market. And this particular the COVID has open its market to the packaging industry as well. The food technologies are increasing nowadays. There are a lot many. I could see I'm getting a lot of opportunities into the research and development, any kind of the application. So everyone wants to do or alter their product according to the new supply chain. So we are doing a lot of product development as well. So this is very important market. The people are focusing nowadays. The gyms have stopped. And who goes to the gym? I mean, I think according to my knowledge, the gym goers are basically the the middle class or upper middle class or higher class. They usually go to the gyms. And now they are just they have, I mean, the swimming pools even they have stopped. So nowadays the the protein powder market is increasing, and there could be a lot many opportunities in this market as well. We have been discussing about the supply chain market as well. So there are a lot many opportunities into the supply chain market as well. Yes, the machinery market is increasing. The people are enhancing, I mean, working on developing the machineries nowadays. People are working, previously, whole coconut, the whole green coconut used to go to the Gulf market. but now people are working on to machines, how like you can remove everything from the coconut, and how you can send the coconut to the other markets. The storage, the how the cold storage the cold storage is increasing. Yeah, I got the alarm that 10 minutes are left, so I'll just take the presentation quickly ahead. So yes, the cold storage is increasing nowadays. People are working on to onion cold storage or potato cold storage or any different kind of mango cold storage, perhaps increase into this particular pandemic, because there was a supply chain to supply mangoes from Ratnagiri to Mumbai. So I observe many mango suppliers of mine, like I know they have increased the they kept the mangoes into the storage. Yes, the food safety standards, and like nowadays the safety market is increasing, the kind of UKC certification has increased. If you are a layman, I mean, if you don't want to work on to any kind of investment, a distribution market is also very important, because this is the only time the supply chain has broken down with reference to the major what you say, the major traders. The farmers could not supply to the traders in APMC, so they and like nowadays government has established its own policies that any farmer could supply their produce directly to the customers or consumers. So distribution chain has increased because of APMC models. So yes, you can definitely enter into this particular supply chain as well. Well, where India stands, we rank sixth in the food and grocery market. We are the world's largest consumer market. We would be by 20, I mean by 5 years from now. Again, retail market is huge. Then we are attracting a lot of FDI into the food processing industry. The consumers are spending expected to reach by US $4 trillion by 2025. So that's going to be again huge. Well, again, there is kind of modeling how what's distribution and supply chain and how it's working here in India. There's kind of demand from domestic market, growing middle class population, rising disposable, high proportion of disposable income spent on food. For example, if you go to if you just go to market to buy a kirana wala a kind of milk, we return back from that shop with one or two more chocolates, as in candies. I mean, I love those candies. Even that's one of the good market. So rising awareness. So that is, I mean, even that's concerned with demand. And from the supply chain point of view, labor, the labor is I mean, we have good labor force here in India. The supply chain workforce, technical capacity, we have vast amount of food institutions, food supply chain, I mean consultancies, and like research and development is also going. So we have technical vast manpower as well. Then of course we have discussed many things, how we have availability of raw material and many other things. So yes, we are doing that. And yes, I would like to take you back. This is very important slide. And if you particularly observe where India stands, uh, well, and where China stands. If you look at the China is in red color, India is in uh, yellow color. If you look at how we hold the market, we started this particular discussion from Ashokan era, and Ashokan era was the one era where India flourished, and that's why perhaps we could see Ashok Chakra on the flag, according to my knowledge. And if you look at the whole graph, you'll see China and India had a major fall on global economy, and we hold it around maybe more than 50% of market as a whole. And now if you look at the 2017, the data that we have here, again China is growing, but India's growth has stopped. We definitely need to work on. Again, this is the whole global GDP share across globe, how the GDP has been really growing. India contributes around 3.18% of GDP. China contributes around 15.86 GDP, and United States, the major, they contribute around 23.89 GDP. So we definitely need to work on to enhancing this GDP, and this particular COVID has it has brought a kind of light onto India, so we could enhance the GDP. And yes, we at the Binder Technology Consultancy, yes, we bind the entire food processing supply chain, right from earth to harvesting to post harvesting to, of course, the to food processing. We have been doing a lot many works even during the COVID times. We have been doing entire market research to project supply, so project management. So we have been working on to each fold of the food processing industry. And yes, here we come to an end. Please, thank you so much, everyone, for your profound interest. These are my details. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can discuss anything if you have anything in your mind now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhushan. Thanks for the very informative session. Obviously, we open up for the question answers. This was his second session in the chain of sessions we had, and obviously it was well demanded. So thanks for giving us justice to that session. And others now is open to question answers, please.
Hello, Bhushan.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Captain Maisale. Now, I want to know your views on the frozen vegetable market. If you look at the Western countries or USA, there is a huge market for the frozen vegetables, frozen fruits like the pineapples. Where do we see India coming up on this?
Well, the frozen market is one of the good market. From if you look at the Gulf market, India is biggest supplier to the Gulf countries and the Western countries as a whole. And we have around more than 50% of wastage in the fruits and vegetable sector. So there could be a lot of opportunity if properly stored. And for the frozen market, if you're looking forward to invest, we need to step by step, at each step we need to maintain a cold supply chain. So that's mandatory. Your work doesn't stop only after processing, but your the people, the traders, the marketeers, they also need to maintain the temperatures at each level. So that could be one of the biggest challenge. If you think they can, then of course you should enter into the frozen supply chain market.
I think we may get disconnected at any point of time. So let's rejoin and let's have the question answer session.
Yeah, 1 minute is left.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so